From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your afternoon update.
You want to go where to buy a new refrigerator? Steve's A to Z Appliance in Cottonwood? In Cottonwood? Just a 10-minute drive. And they'll save us money. New and used, honest, reliable, factory-trained repair service and parts, and they'll save us money. And dispose of this thing? We gotta make the short drive to Steve's A to Z. Thanks, son.
Steve's A to Z Appliance, front and main streets in Cottonwood. Drive a little, save a lot.
Well, as expected, most of the rain has been on the north coast. We're still seeing that here this morning and probably the case here throughout the afternoon as well when we're talking about the chances for rain out there. This is looking out at Elk Country north of Trinidad. There you can see the puddles there making for another wet start to the day here. All right, so here's the deal. We've got cool and unsettled weather here through the weekend. So rain will be heaviest on the coast as we'd expect, especially for Del Norte and northern Humboldt County. But we've already seen that this morning, especially east of I-5. There have been chain requirements. There have been issues, especially near the Lassen Volcanic National Park at the entrance there. There was a big rig that spun out this morning, creating some problems there. So again, just kind of be forewarned that there are going to be some chain requirements out there. There are going to be some slick roads because of snow as you go off into the higher elevations. So chain requirements are something we'll be dealing with here, not only today, but off and on here throughout the weekend as well, and especially east of I-5. Now you can still see all of this moisture and these clouds and the rain associated with it moving into Northern California. This is a typical cool and unsettled weather pattern that has moved on in. So we look at futurecasts and kind of show you what we can expect here throughout the rest of the day. So again, there's the coast, Trinity County, and especially Siskiyou and Modoc counties seeing the bulk of the rain. You head into northern Shasta County, we're going to see some of that rain as well. Now, it's not out of the question for, once again, the north end of the valley, in particular around Redding and maybe even Red Bluff, to see a stray sprinkle or a light shower in the early afternoon hours. But as we go into the late afternoon and early evening, those chances will start to diminish. We're also seeing more snow flurries off to the east of I-5. Again, this is where we're still going to probably have continued problems here with chain requirements due to that snow that we are seeing on the roadways there. But look at this, by 6 p.m. it's beginning to taper off a bit. Still a few snow flurries out there, but should be dry for the valley, which means for the lighting of the Christmas tree for both Redding and Chico, I think you'll be dry. It'll just be on the cool side. Let's take you into your Saturday morning, 5 a.m. You can see some of the scattered showers that we're seeing out there, some of the snow flurries off in the east, but you can see nothing major. Taking you through the day on Saturday. So here's Saturday at noon. You see how we're seeing just a few pop-up stray sprinkles or light showers. Once again, mainly for the north end of the valley, but not to mention the mountains, but nothing organized and nothing all that heavy. Now we take you into Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening. Yes, a bit of a different story. We've got the next disturbance that's going to bring some heavier rainfall for the north coast, not to mention into Siskiyou County as well. But what we're going to start to notice here throughout the weekend, snow levels are going to start to climb as some warmer air begins to move in. But this is 6 p.m. on Saturday. The lighted Christmas parade will most likely be dry. That said, we could see some drizzle, maybe some sprinkles out there. But overall, it's going to be dry for the lighted Christmas parade, and that'll be the case as pretty much for all of the valley here for Saturday evening. Saturday night, by around 10 p.m., yeah, we may start to see that system pass through. Could bring us a better chance for some light rainfall once again, mainly for the north end of the valley. But we are seeing some heavier rainfall once again off to the north and west. But notice we're not seeing as much blue on the map and more green, indicating that those snow levels are climbing. So that means that there still will be some chain requirements out there over the weekend, but over some of the higher mountain passes. Here's Sunday morning, 8 a.m. We're seeing some leftover activity here. Looks like another round of some showers, especially for the north coast. Maybe some showers developing here off towards Siskiyou. And look at that, even for Sunday, 5 p.m., maybe even the valley seeing a little bit of light shower activity as well. Again, a typical standard unsettled weather pattern that has moved on in and will be the case here throughout the weekend. Most of the rain as expected to the north and west, I think the heaviest rainfall in the valley, which won't be that much, will be the north end of the valley. I think we're pushing it here at over 1/4 inch of rainfall for Redding, but you know, we could pick up upwards of 1/10 inch of rain. And then of course you see less as you head southward, and of course we see less as you head eastward as well. Let's take a look at the snowfall estimates, and again, because we are seeing those snow levels climb, we will see very light snow accumulations for some of those mountain communities such as El Turris, not to mention Chester. Chester may see some light accumulation as well, but places like Mount Shasta City, it'll be harder, especially as we go through the weekend and those snow levels do begin to climb a bit here. And of course, it's in the form of rain for Hayfork and Weaverville. Snow impacts, we're seeing less and less, again, because you do have to go over some of the higher mountain passes. Cedar Pass, for example, on Highway 299, yeah, we could be running some issues there. Maybe on Highway 97, there may be some chain requirements there as well. But and of course, some of the higher passes here, say above 6,000 feet, you may be dealing with some chain requirements there. But for the most part, west of I-5, everything should be okay. So let's take a look at the long range here. Here's Monday. You can see some shower chances here for the North Coast. That's the case on Tuesday of next week as well, but everyone else will be dry. Then by next Wednesday, we could be looking at a chance for some showers moving in. And then Thursday, toward the end of next week, maybe another shot for some showers. Snow levels probably dropping again toward the end of next week. That's the standard, right? Again, what we're dealing with here is another cool and unsettled weather pattern through next week. Winter has pretty much arrived, and this is pretty much standard for us. It would be nice if parts of the valley could see more rainfall, but at this point, it just doesn't look like it's all that impressive. Here are your wave heights. Those are pretty impressive, pretty high as a matter of fact. And then as we take you into your Saturday, they actually may increase a little bit, about 13 to 14 feet. So yeah, we've got some pretty high waves out there. Not a good idea to be out on those boats. There you can see those temperatures for today. Fairly cool, only in the low to mid 50s for your daytime highs. Better chances for showers are going to be to the north. Smaller chances eastward, but you know, parts of Trinity County and of course the North Coast, all of course seeing that rain throughout the day today. All right, let's take a look at your 7-day outlook, and you've got those snow levels in there for today as low as 3,500 feet, but you see how they're just kind of slowly inching up to about 5,000 feet by Sunday. Now they'll still be fairly high for Tuesday, Wednesday, but then we'll see another dip in those snow levels by the end of next week for all of the mountain locations. Now for the valley, chance for showers today and tomorrow, and I've got a slimmer chance for Chico. In fact, most likely Chico, you'll be dry today and most of the weekend as well. And then Monday and Tuesday of next week, everyone is looking dry with a chance for more showers by Wednesday and Thursday of next week. Here's your 7-day outlook for the North Coast, and quite honestly, you should probably even have a chance for showers in there on Monday for the coast. Each and every single day, most likely the coast will see a chance for some rain. Of course, heavier rainfall for today and of course parts of the weekend as well. For the inland areas, you've got those showers off and on through Sunday, maybe a bit of a break on Monday with more showers by next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And for Weaverville and Trinity County in general, we've got that break on Monday with more wet weather entering the picture here by next Tuesday through Thursday, if not really through the end of next week.